So I'm here with recording artist Kwame Brown. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. What's happening?
Man, like I was checking out your music, man. Like, I'm really impressed. Like, can you tell me, you're from Columbus, Ohio?
Nah, I'm from a smaller town in Ohio. I'm from Ironton, Ohio.
Okay. What was it like growing up in Ohio?
Ironton, it was different. It was a very small town with like probably 5% black people, probably a population of 8,000 at the most.
Man,
So it was real country. It was real. It wasn't what most people would think of a place for you to be real cultured and everything as a black person.
right. Like, how did you get into hip hop?
My mom, my mom, my dad, and probably my grandparents. But my mom first. I first got into hip hop when my mom introduced me to Bone Thugs. My
Okay.
very first CD was Eternal '99.
Yeah, legendary, Ohio group there from Cleveland. It's a lot of artists. I was thinking from Columbus, Bow Wow, Tash of the Alcoholics. What's the music scene like in Ohio?
Uh, Honestly, it's kind of all over the place. Columbus, there's so many artists here, but it's a hard market because Columbus is not a supportive place. It doesn't
Okay.
really support artists from here unless you blow up. But that's honestly not even just Columbus. That's Ohio in general. Because I mean, Ohio, we have so many legends from here. You know, Bow Wow. We here and there with claiming Bow Wow, but I mean, we got the Isley Brothers, the OJ's. We
Right.
got Bone Thugs and Harmony, Ray Cash, MC Search, MGK. You know, there's so many people. Trippie Ridge from here, up and coming artist who's independent. His name is Doobie, but he's making a lot of weight. He's from here. Cameron claims Ohio at times. The baby just put out a thing saying he was born in Cleveland, but was
Wow.
raised in. So it's like Ohio got a lot of attachment all over the world.
Yeah. I was listening to your song, it has the music videos for it. And I was considering the way we met, we're nothing. I was surprised you didn't take her out for ice cream, but it definitely was that was a dope music video, what I'm saying, really incredible song. Can you talk about the inspiration behind that song and the music video?
Ironically, the inspiration for it became because I feel like a lot of women right now, and it's not every woman, but a lot of women right now are more focused on trying to bring an appearance more than actually bring them true selves. Like a lot of women mask themselves behind makeup, plastic surgery, fake hair, this, that, and the third. So it's like I wanted to make a song where I feel like it's telling women be more open. Come to a person with your true self. Don't just sit and come everything mashed to the point where you never going to figure out who this person really is. I'd rather see you for who you are over all that. Because it's like we look at the Lauren Hills of the world. Lauren Hill didn't put a mask on like
Yeah.
that. She just threw it out there. You know, the Erica Badu's of the world and, you know, Jill Scotts and things like that. They was just out there. And then there's still a lot of more women than just them who still out there like that. But it's like they're starting to get jaded and masked because there's a perception of this is what is acceptable. This is what men are really looking for when in all honesty, that's not what we're looking for.
Nah, 100%. I co-sign that message, man. You know, um, you see that all the time, in society today. I feel like there's so much of emphasis on women, where they're actually dying from plastic surgery,
Yeah,
trying to keep up appearances and stuff and everything. It actually causes harm to their body, getting these BBLs and the breast augmentations and stuff. These things are dangerous. And to be real, for me, I don't care. I know a lot of my homies, they don't care about that stuff, you know?
that's what I'm saying. It's like they're being given a perception from other people saying like, oh, this is what men want, but it's like that's not really what we want. And it's like it's cool if you do it. That's cool. Like some people want to, you know, a chick they ain't never had boobs want to get boobs. Okay, cool. Do
Yeah.
what you do to make yourself happy. But half the time they're not doing that for them. They're doing that supposedly for the outlook of us. And it's like, it's not what we're thinking about.
You did a post like in December, like the middle of it, like where you posted your Spotify streams, and you were talking about this being like last year being a comeback year for you. Could you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, when it first came down to it, the past couple of years I've had a rocky situation when it came to my relationship going bad and a whole bunch of other stuff. So this was just a bounce back year for me to really push my music, because the year before that I dropped a project with my cousin Matt Carter, who also does massive music. He actually just dropped something new recently, and he's my label partner because we're building a label at the moment. But that made a good resonation. So I was like, yeah, let me get back into this to like help my mood, put me back in a better place. I'm happiest when I'm doing my music, dancing, or anything like that. That's always put me in a better position. I'm like, let me get back out here and keep putting my music out, because I have a message that I feel people need nowadays. All this music is the same. Everybody making street drill, all
Right.
this other BS, and it's like there's no difference. And even in people that's in the music are like, there's no difference no more. And I'm still trying to strive to show my difference. Like, I still don't cuss in my records. I still don't, you know, conform. I can't make what they make. I'm not going to talk about stuff I'm not doing. So last year was a great year for me because I put out a lot of music. I got a lot of attention. I hit a couple milestones. I opened up for some people, and it just put me in path like, okay, yeah, now I got to get back on it heavily, because when I first started out, I just threw music out. Like, I
Right.
just threw it out. I didn't market it. I didn't do nothing. I like in the beginning stages of my career, I made 8 CDs in 2 years, and I barely promoted them things.
Right. Right. Right.
And
Man,
like I'm in a different position now where I'm like, nah, I can't just throw music out there. It has to be out there with a purpose. Got to have marketing, you know. And last year was a great year for that. Like, all the purpose and all the marketing and everything, it just felt good.
definitely, man. Like, your music is really dope, man. Like, I was listening to it and stuff, and everything. Like, I was really impressed by it. Like, I listened to "Without You." That's a dope song too. Like, I would recommend people to check it out, man. Like, what's on the horizon for like 2024? It's February.
I'm about to drop my next song. It's called "It's All Right." It's a little dated because it's a song basically giving people something to appreciate of the fact we made it through COVID.
Right.
Like, we finally back outside, take the mask off if you prefer, but it's like it's a good day. Like, be happy about the fact we still here. We made it. It was a rough 3 years dealing with COVID, but it's like
Yeah.
we finally back outside. It's okay. It's all good. So it's like that's my next one. We about to do a video for my song pregame, um, and I'm be working on a couple of projects this year.
Most definitely, man. Like, you know, uh, you were talking about like the importance of artists having a message, and like there's like a big argument. Like, I think like D1. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him. He's like a Christian
Yeah.
artist where like he's been calling out like rappers and stuff and everything for not like having like a message and glorifying violence. Like what do you think can be done to change that cycle?
I feel I feel like if we want to stop glorifying it, we gotta start making it like someone like Hove did back in the day. You know how he told everybody Hove did that, so hopefully you wouldn't go through that. Get that back to the point where we're telling people and showing people this is not the way. Like,
Right.
the world is off right now. You got kids stealing cars for the fun of it. You got people just shooting each other for nothing. Like, there has to be some guidance to like chill that out. Like, we got to get more people that's out here sending other messages than just that. Like, another Ohio artist that I respect because his messaging is very, very deep and positive, but it's also like it's hard hitting, like Yellow Pain. Yellow Pain is crazy,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
his messaging is massive. But it's like people got to get out of this whole promoting violence, guns, and everything else. Like, people, like, it's to a point they promoting guns so much, dudes are scared to get in fights. Ain't nobody throwing hands no more. And I'm not suggesting people getting fights. It's just like picking up a gun shouldn't be your first thing to do. Like that shouldn't be your first thing.
Man. I like SFE Taff. I don't know if you know who he is. He's from Dayton, like you know, and stuff. He's like a pretty positive artist. Um, you know, I think like, you know, that you see like, you know, these people in like hip hop, like, you know, who are culture vultures and like, you know, taking advantage of the culture. Like, you know, how can we take the culture back? Like, you know, where we have control of it.
I feel like we got to put more of a foot down on it. Like it has to go back to where the culture is so much harder to get into than what it is. Like right now, it's too easy to try to become a rapper. And it's like Neo said this in an interview. He says like it used to be a small group of elite that
Yeah.
was, you know, top tier making the music and, you know, touring and everything. But now it's like everybody thinks they're an artist. And it's like people think it's so simple just to jump on a song, make a song and throw it out there, or just rap over something and battle rap and stuff. And it's like, you got to know how to really do this. And for us to get it back to normal, we had to start appreciating and like uplifting more. Like one, it's like the culture don't even accept the BET Awards no more. They
Right.
used to be a big thing back in the day. Like even the Source Awards, like these type of things should be like back to where we can really glorify hip hop like it should have been. Like we done lost the rap cities, the 106 and Parks and things like that. We have to get it back to where it's so like controlled. Then that's where everyone has to be in a point where we can figure it out to where people just don't have the accessibility to do it just like they doing it now. Like it has to go back kind of like the old ways a little bit.
Most definitely, man. Kwame, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate you, bro. Like, you know, like let's stay in touch, man.
I got you. I got you for sure.
So definitely.